What's happening, everybody? My name is Jordan Emmerich. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Scottsbluff, Nebraska. I joined the tribe about a month and a half ago, so I'm pretty well new into it still. I just closed my first deal out, and it was an absolute disaster. Okay, I mean it was so bad. As I was going through each one of these modules, I would complete something and I would mess something up, and the next day I would get on a module and Tom or Cody would be sitting there telling me why I shouldn't do exactly what I just totally and royally messed up. So it was the most incredible learning experience. So I'm in a population of about 15,000 people. So when I say that there was backlash of me doing this, I am not kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding at all. Whether it was the realtors, the attorneys, the title company, everyone was solely and 100% against what I was doing. So my first deal actually was a coworker, and I feel like God just laid this in my hands. I really do. He was a coworker, and his wife is terminally ill. Okay, so she has a brain tumor. They gave her about 3 months to live. Now, where I'm located, the weather is hit or miss. It's usually pretty cold. Nebraska has really windy, unfortunate weather sometimes. But they said that if she got back down to Arizona, her life expectancy would go up by about 2 or 3 years. So, anyways, It's hilarious. I made a bunch of bandit signs. I mean, I colored these things through, and this was, like I said before, I had really been going through these modules at all. And I pulled out of the dealership where I was working at, and I threw up one of my signs to my manager, jokingly, and this gentleman named Barry saw this sign, and he walks up to me and he goes, because they said we buy houses, and so he walks up to me and he goes, "So you buy houses?" And I go, "Well, yeah, I work with a team of investors here in the Scottsbluff area, and they rehab homes." I'm not even kidding. I totally just walked through this, and so I go, "Yeah, what do you have a property?" He shows me this house. It's gutted on the inside, in a fairly good neighborhood by a school. And so I was like, you know what, this is it. Like, this is what I'm going to work on. This is what I'm going to do. So I moved forward. I didn't even have contracts. I had no idea what I was doing. And so I am really close with a realtor, and she's actually the broker of one of the realty agencies here in town. And so I had told her about what I was doing. And just like everyone else, she was incredibly against it. She said, "I don't know how that's going to work. I don't think that this is possible. I don't think that it's legal, whatever." So, anyways, so I place him under a contract that has not even been revised by a real estate attorney. And I do not recommend that by any means. 100%, I do not recommend that, okay? Anyways, that's what I did. And so I took it to the realtor because I was going to use her as a closing agent, and she just shut me down. I mean, 100% shut me down, said, "This is not happening in our community. We're not going to allow this." And I said, "Well, what has to happen? Because I have a cash buyer, someone ready to buy this property, and I'm ready to go." Now, this was before any of the modules on the title company. This was before any of my modules on picking the title company, or any of my closing agents, or cash buyers, or anything like that. And so I'm literally like walking through this, messing everything I can up. So she says, "Well, I'll write it up. I'll write the contract up between them, and you have to create a verbal agreement with this person that they're going to pay you at the end of it." And I'm like, okay, I guess if that's what it has to be. So I did, and I put my faith into this guy. Another thing I do not recommend, okay, 100% I do not recommend. Anyways, so, we go through it. I closed the deal. I made $5,500. The guy was good for his word. He wrote me the check, and long story short, I'm about to rhino my way through this entire thing. Okay, I got my LLC established. I'm going to skip over to about 2 hours away where there's a population of about 130,000 people. And I want you to know that I will not accept any excuse from anybody after going through what I just went through in this whole experience, if you want this, you can do this. If you want to do it, you will do it. I've learned so much from Tom and Cody and the books that they've recommended to me. Brent Bowers, he met up with me in Colorado, and that was an incredible experience. Just awesome thing. Read Think and Grow Rich. Listen to Tony Robbins. Tom is not wrong there. I've listened to a lot of him. And study. Please improve yourself. And you know what? I absolutely helped somebody. I mean, 100%. I get to say that I helped somebody out of their situation because they are now in Arizona, and they had the cash to put down on a home and live in Arizona and expand this woman named Londa's life expectancy. And I got to help with that. So thank you, Wholesaling Inc. And thank you, to everybody else, because this has been an incredible experience.